I'm talking with fellow SciGirl Chandler Dowie, who's now a college student. Hi, Chandler, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, I know that you're attending UF, and I just wanted to know what are you planning on, what are you majoring in?
I am a biochemistry major, which is a chemistry major with a biochemistry specialization.
Are you minoring in anything?
Yes, astronomy.
Um, what are you planning to do with those degrees?
I want to go on to get my PhD in astrobiology and hopefully work studying alien biology in either NASA or the ESU.
How did you get interested in this field?
I've been interested in space and aliens for a long time. I really liked Star Trek and that sort of stuff when I was younger. So as I got older, I wanted to find a way to kind of translate that passion into a career. So I was doing some research and I found out about astrobiology and I figured, hey, that sounds like something that I am both physically capable of doing because I'm not very engineering minded, but I do love chemistry and I love biology. And studying the alien or like physiology of aliens would fall into that category. And blah 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 wound up with a focus on astrobiology.
Okay. And what exactly would be the career track for someone interested in master biology?
Um, it'd probably be something. Well, what I'm doing is I'm focusing specifically on the biochemical aspect of astrobiology. So that probably would be more of the microscopic aspect of alien physiology. I think it's such a young field that you could really get to your goal in a lot of different routes. So I would say find an area of science that you really like and you think would be applicable, and however you need to argue for it to be applicable. Because really, I think it's your own argument that's going to get you into the field rather than kind of fitting a set criteria. Because if you want to say, I want to study engineering, but I want to work in astrobiology, that still definitely applies because you still need to have ways to gather specimens and whatever and so forth. And that's completely different from biochemistry, but it still winds up being in the same field. So, however, you want to get there with whatever major you want to study, you can do it. You just kind of have to keep your eye on the end goal and know that you're probably going to have a lot of schooling and a lot of top level clearance from one person or another in order to reach that goal. But if you have the perseverance and the ambition, then you can make it work from, I think, a lot of different science based majors.
So, did SciGirls help you in any way to kind of, I guess, nurture your interest in this area?
Yes, very much. I have a lot of very distinct memories from the year that I went. I had a really good time. I met really nice people. And I distinctly remember one day we went into a veterinary clinic and we got to watch a procedure. It was a kitten getting spayed, I believe. I think so. It was a girl. So she was getting her tubes tied. And I remember I nearly blacked out watching like the procedure happen. I remember having to like sit down and eat a donut because it was like freaking me out. I decided then and there wasn't going to be a doctor, but I did think that the things that were going on were very interesting. But I kind of wanted to work more on a microscopic rather than macroscopic scale.
So, what's been your most challenging experience with, I guess, your journey in at UF or even before UF, just your journey in kind of your interests?
I have a tendency to sort of overload myself, and UF has a lot of very interesting classes, so it's kind of a problem for me to not sort of overfill my plate with too many credits at one time. Also, because I have a job, I work as an RA at UF, so that also becomes a time management issue. So, time management and realistically deciding how much I can get done in one semester has always kind of been an issue even since high school. I wanted to do science fair and major band programs all at the same time, and it never quite worked out when you sign up for about 12 things and you've only got so many hours in a day. That's sort of been the main thing that I've been working on, is just realizing my own limitations.
What advice do you have for girls who really are interested in learning more about a career in the STEM field, but they can't find opportunities? Like, what initiatives should they take?
The initiative I always took was going and directly asking my teachers, especially female science teachers that I had, or science teachers that I thought were good people that I thought I could trust. They usually kind of sent me in the right direction, that sort of thing. I went to a lot of different camps to kind of get different experiences, and that gave me some different connections. And I'd ask the counselors, and I went to a biochemical engineering camp one summer, and that was where I found out a lot of details about astrobiology. And it was from one of the female counselors who was actually an engineering major, but she had a pre med focus, so that's why she knew about it. She kind of sent me in that direction. But I think always asking the people that are in even generally the field that you want to go into, it can never hurt. At the very least, you're probably going to make a friend or a connection, and that can always help later. And then Google is always your best friend.
Do you have any advice for girls interested in thinking about a career in the STEM field?
Don't limit yourself in what you think you can do. It's better to shoot too high and then figure out you need to pull back than to aim too low. Right? Like, if you want something bad enough, you're probably going to get it. So I would say research, make connections, talk to people, get outside of your comfort zone, and just believe in yourself. It's very cheesy, but without confidence, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities because you have to believe in yourself enough to go and ask for those opportunities. But just know how to help yourself first and foremost.
And do you have any advice for any girls who are kind of afraid to speak up, or any person who's, afraid to ask questions and really put themselves out there?
Always ask questions. Even if you aren't going to say them out loud, at least keep it in your head. That's one thing that I think is really important. Just always be willing to question, especially like authority figures or like where you're getting your information from. Always be willing to do a little bit extra research, put in a little bit more effort, because that's probably never going to serve you wrong to get more information, to get more background about a subject. As for going out and putting yourself out there, I know for a lot of people, it's one of the most terrifying things in the world. It is awful and scary. And for some people, it just does not work. I think if you can make yourself do it the first time, it gets easier. It's like public speaking. Like with more practice, you get used to it and you can keep doing it. And eventually, the fear, even if it doesn't leave, will at least be manageable. So just
Thank,
try to do it the first time, at least.
thank you so much for your advice. This is really helpful. Those are all the questions I have, but yeah, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and thank you for taking your time to interview me.